Aim capture. Properties. Kentucky Route 0. Alright, so this is an adventure game. I don't know much about it. I have heard that it is fantastic. What? Hold on. Sorry. Gotta close my GChat. Alright. Ooh. This is already very pretty. Let's look at the truck. A moving truck rumbles softly to itself. Painted on its side are the words Lissett's Antiques, Furniture, Glassware, Curiosities. An old hound and a straw hat. Both have seen better days. Alright. Joseph sits between gas pumps in a Queen Anne armchair. His hair is gray and his glasses darkened. Let's talk to the attendant. Damn! Did you hear that wreck? Truck full of bottles. I don't know, beer bottles? Whiskey? Lost a tire or something and spilled booze and glass all over the interstate. What a mess. Hope they don't come down here looking for anything. We blew a damn fuse and it's all shut off. No, the person that I'm talking to is named Joseph. I apparently am named Conway. Did I hear a dog? What's your dog's name? I think this dog's name is Blue. Her name is Blue. Blue sounds like a sweet old hound. Used to know a dog like that. It might be secretly me. Hey, here's some jerky for Blue. I made it myself. Didn't turn out too well, but I bet a dog will eat it. Getting late, right? I can feel the sun on my neck. But it's just a few feet off of the horizon. I don't know. So I can respond by saying I've been driving all evening looking for 5 Dogwood Drive, or I could say I've got a delivery to make on Dogwood, but I'd rather watch the sunset. I would like to watch the sunset. Yeah, it's the truth. You've got to stop and breathe in that road. But while you're out driving, you let your eyes wander up the tree line, and you just, well, I bet you're more of a poet than old Joseph. How long you been working here? I've been working here a number of years. It's pretty okay, you know. Have an advanced degree in a few publications. It's pretty okay here. Listen, you and Blue would have been driving up and down 65 all night. Dogwood Drive is on the other side of... Well, to get there, you gotta take the 0. The 0 is a tough route to find, but you can use my computer to look up directions. You'll have to head on down into the basement and reset the circuit breaker first. They happen to have those whining lights back up anyway. It's too damn quiet out here. Some days you just get hyper. The basement door is back there in the office. Appreciate your help, friend. Oh, and here, take this lamp. It gets dark. Alright, so that does the lamp. So I'm going to head towards here. Ooh, I like the lighting. Now let's go in the basement. Oh, this looks so pretty. I love the art style of this. Basement people. Emily, Ben, and Bob sit in a folding chairs behind a worn card table. Papers, oddly shaped dice, and highway maps cover the table. Let's talk. Conway clears his throat. Oh, sorry. Didn't know there was anyone down here. Did you hear something? No. Sorry, I was looking at the rules again. Gets easier as you go. Look, you said you rolled a 5, right? That means you get to pick up your marker and move it anywhere on the map. So it's your turn now, right? Oh, yeah, I guess so. Where'd you put that 20-sided die? Are they RPing? I don't see it. Did you drop it? Should be easy enough to find. It glows in the dark. A dusty, rusty sign is bolted onto the wall. These are the rules. 1. No open flames near the gas line. No consumption of beer or spirits on the premises. In case of sudden darkness, do not panic. Relax. Count backwards from 5. Strictly limit time spent in the basement to fewer than 3 minutes of every hour. I think it rolled down to the left there, but I don't see it. Well, I'm not gonna go looking for it. It's too dark down there. What if you go down there and get it? I'll just study the rules here. Alright, so I need to... There you are. Conway picks up the glowing 20-sided die and inspects it. The number 5 is facing up. Just a small piece of plastic, but is a reassuring, almost comforting weight. Places the object in his jacket pocket. Folding chairs are arranged around a worn card table. The chairs are empty and the surface of the table is bare. Conway places 20 side on the table, keeps 20 side die, and walks away. Keeping the die. There it is. Just listen to those lights whine. Yep. There's some people down in your basement playing some kind of game, but they're gone now. In the basement? No, I don't think so. Maybe that lamplight was playing tricks on you, huh? Well, strange things happen underground, especially in the dark. So, computers in the office. You're looking for Marquez. She knows her way around these roads. She'll get you to the 0. Password is, damn, I usually just feel it out. Muscle memory, you know? It's kind of long. Kind of like a short poem, I think. One of those short poems that really sums it all up. You'll figure it out. Conway taps key, waiting for the camera's robbery. Huh. Stars drop away. It's late. The lights wide. Password accepted. How's it going in there? Figuring it all out? Sure you are. Messages, address book, games. Games. Games is not real. Messages. Message 1 is from Donald at hotmech.mail. Message 2 is from accounts at consolidated.mail. From Donald. Fragments dim of lovely forms. Joseph, I know it's been a while and I know you're still sore, but there's a whole world in here and we need your help to unmask it. Yes, the caves are cold and damp, and we are old and lame. Never mind, I can't remember why I even started writing this. I miss those days in the lab with you and our dear Lola. Maybe you find your own Xanadu. Well, so have I. End of message. Weird. Account standing. Urgent. Dear Equus Oils, this is an urgent automated message from your account is overdue more than 14 days. In response, we have switched you to our low reliability Dirty Power Plus plan. Consider making a payment immediately to alleviate the need for us to switch you to sustained brown out selections. Your friends at the Consolidated Power Company. End of message. Marquez residence, 100 Macedon Lane. Head northeast on 65 and turn left as soon as you see that ugly tree that's always on fire. Look for the barn at the base of the mountain. There, can't miss it. Got it? Out there on Macedon somewhere, right? Yeah, that's it. Hey, look, while you're down there, I loaded the old TV of mine into your truck. Borrowed that thing from Weaver Marquez a number of years ago. Now that the power is all weird over here, I can't pick anything up but static and public access anyway. She was always more of a reader. Maybe she'd want it back at home. It's a nice TV. Sun's gone down. You and Blue better get on that road if you're going to make your delivery. I'm going to talk to the dog. How's it going, Blue? What do you think of this place? Seems like they're really on the rocks. How about a treat? That's a bit of your old man Ira. He was a good man, good boss. I just spent the entire time talking to Blue. How's Blue look now? Conway gets back in the truck. This is interesting. Oh, this is so weird. Head northeast. Alright. Tall black oak burns on a hill above the road. Oh, that's so cool. I'm loving this. Love the map. Love this. Oh, this is cool. This is a cool ass game, man. Pretty dark out here, huh? Hold on 1 second, everybody. Maybe better stay down here where it's lit. Oh! The fuck was that? A street lamp lights the base of a dusty path leading up the hill. Oh god, the art style of this game! Family graveyard is set off to the side of the house. Headstones are inscribed with the surnames of the unfortunate. Oh wait, hold on. I need to get that, I need to bring that TV. I guess I don't. Guess I had the TV in my hands. This game is unbelievable. The look. Light switch. I was just thinking what a lovely house we have. Do you like it? Have you been here before? Did you happen to see an owl? Sure, it's a nice house. I know. I like the large beams that run across the ceilings. I like to sit in the house and think of the hills and bluffs surrounding us, like a cradle. There used to be another house here, but we had it destroyed. We built this one. It's very expensive when we got quite underwater. What do you do for work? Is it too difficult, or do you like it very much? So what's a mathematician? Are you looking for something in particular here? I drive deliveries for a small antique shop. I believe it's hard times for a small antique shop. It's hard times everywhere, even out here on our little farm. My parents stopped paying the bank a while back. I shouldn't even be here, but I just stayed. I have some notebooks. I'm only a little bored. I might prefer to watch TV occasionally. Joseph says you're too smart to watch TV. That was a nice thing to say, but he was wrong. I'm not as smart as I used to be. Well, actually, I suppose I am as smart as I used to be, but never any smarter. I don't learn anything new anymore. I write some figures, but nothing radical. I'll bet he sent that old TV along with you, didn't he? Of course he did. That was clever of him. Will you please set it up? Then I can explain to you how to get where you're going. The zero. I know. This is like very Twin Peaksy. That's not how it's supposed to look. You've made a mistake setting it up. It is a foreign object to you. Which of your parents was it who wouldn't allow you to watch the television? So this is interesting how like you're creating the story as you go. Like I could say that Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static, Dad thought it was radioactive, or I could just say no, I know how to set up a TV. I'm gonna go with it. Um, Ma thought she heard ghosts in the static. I know about that. She was ill, wasn't she? Mentally, I mean. Kind of distant, fearful. Fearful, yeah. That's the way to put it. You have it all backwards. I'm not surprised. Are you? Have you been paying attention? I don't think you have. It's time to start paying attention now, Conway. Look closely at the television. Hey, wake up. Spaced out for a minute there. What do you keep out in that barn? Used to be tools and feed, then books. Now I think it's mostly spiders. That TV is picking up the wrong signal. My cousin Shannon would know more about it. She fixes TVs for a living. Well, she used to. I think the new models are giving her some trouble. Your cousin? It's my father's brother's daughter, Shannon. We're about the same age. Well, we used to be. She's older now. She has a workshop up northways by the lake, right where Peona and Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop. She fixes TVs in the back. Do you like fishing? Honestly, I'm not convinced you should bother with the Zero. I'd much rather you find my cousin and fix my TV. But I'll get you headed the right way. So it's pretty easy. Get back on 65 heading north, and take the first right after the artificial limb factory. From there, your arrival at the Zero is basically inevitable. Nice to know you, Conway. Keep your eyes open, especially in the dark. No, I don't think I called for you, Taffy. Oh man, she's gone. I said that the game was kind of Twin Peaksy. Maybe that was it. Oh, here's your actual name. Oh, yeah, there's a character in game called Shannon. That's what it was. Let's talk to Blue. I just met the strangest thing. There's some horses out there behind the house. Remember the horses you and Lissa and Ira had? Yours didn't like to sleep in the barn either. This game is weird. Right where Peona and Wax Road meet. Not there. Attachment knob, no. Cub run. Guitar player. A young man in gray-stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He's playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right, a their dog. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. Put $1 in the cup. Conway pulls a wrinkled dollar bill from his hand. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and hands it back to Conway. There's the bait shop. Pulls into a bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, "Live bait, minnows, small and also large for stripers, nightcrawlers, chips, and beer." A green flower hangs loosely from to the shop's right. A dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and venture trees. Bait shop is open. Read the flyer. Computer printed type in a bold font surrounds a clip art illustration of a TV set. TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna. TV repair, no model, too old. Inquire within. We do not sell digital converter box. Conway enters the bait shop. Narrow aisles crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks. Divide the shop. Both walls lined with churning tanks of water. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with a Sudoku puzzle. A handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, "TV repairs by appointment. Please consult with cashier." Cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits occasionally. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, then points it out to Conway. Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way, Shannon. Cashier switches on the radio. An AM sports broadcast is playing, but Conway can't be sure if it's meant to answer or drown out his question. No, that's not what I wanted. Walk away. I want to look into the tanks. 3 metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray. The second is a muddy pink. The third is clear. Shiny silver flecks occasionally flash along the surface. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by the artificial current. As his eyes near the surface of the water, he can see something colorfully glowing faintly at the bottom of the tank. A tremor spreads from his elbow out to his fingertips and up to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers, the water is running warm under his skin now, and he has the sensation that something is about to snap. His eyes close. He lays on a rooftop, new shingles rough beneath his back, swelling in the noon sun. He is exhausted. It must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface. His wrists from breaking old sealant. His fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. The beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter just to get his eyes open. Then a beer. He could offer to drive into town for lunch and stop at the place on Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conley roughly on the shoulder. I'm talking, yelling maybe, but it's all an echo now. Conley looks up, his neck stiff with pain, his right palm still tingling. Cashier points to the tank, then above it to a few holes torn in the wall, nail holes from which an electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. Lifts Conley to his feet, looks on pitifully, and turns to Conway's hand brushes against something roughly the size of his palm. Secret system. Conway's hand comes into contact with a scaly, uneven surface as he runs his fingers along the bottom. Bead of sweat bridges the inches from his temple to the lower surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. Conway's fingers slip through something fleshy but inert. Sensation is nauseating. As his elbow passes into the biggest mass, he realizes he's about to be sick from the smell and pulls away. Airplane? Two shirtless, shoeless men push a light aircraft along the highway. Occasionally one or the other slips a bit on the sweating asphalt or stops to pull back his hair. The men are nearly broken. The rubber is almost worn away. Soon these men will be dragging this airplane. Conway is ready to leave. Super weird. A singing chorus echoes from within the church. The building is 1 story tall with a pitched roof and a 3-story spire rising from the front. Top section of the spire is made of stained glass. An interior light illuminates the pines in red, green, and blue. A large LED display glows in the parking lot. Light of the last Great Awakening Baptist Church. Muffled chorus drones at a steady volume, repeating the same 2 verses without rest. The front doors of the church are modest and worn. They are locked. Walk around to the rear of the building. Ramp leads up with a few dusty metal trash cans to the church back door. Look in the trash cans. One has a bit of something leafy and rotten stuck to the bottom of it. Another is full of unlabeled videotapes. He finds himself in a kitchen lit by a buzzing fluorescent ceiling fixture. On the counter are a plate of moldy bread and an empty Dixie cup flecked red around his wax around. A set of swinging plastic doors on the far wall. Vacant pews sprawl unevenly into the church. A small raised stage lies to Connor's right, bare except for a tape recorder. The tape recorder's power cord runs through an outlet near Connor's front. The singing stops. The lights fail. The office of the Buffalo Creek Rural Electric Cooperative Corporation is almost invisible from the road. Its parking lot overgrown with weeds and its facade sheltered by ivy. Look, no. Floor is loosely covered in dirt. Parts of the carpet have rotted with exposure to rain. Wild mushrooms grow in certain corners of the room. Wall behind the front desk has been mostly rotted away. It looks fragile. Push through the back wall. Conway finds himself in what may once have been a conference room. The floor has fallen away in pieces and filled with a dark green mire. The walls of the conference room are decayed. Push through another wall. Drywall dissolves as Conway pushes through it. Falling in damp clumps in the marsh, he breaks through a long hallway. The glow of a bioluminescent fungus casts a faint blush on the wall. Conway has a feeling he has interrupted something. After a moment of silence, the frog chorus resumes. So weird. Something about an old mine. I just want to explore. That's the wreck. The room feels empty with no furniture other than the built-in front desk. Behind the desk, a hallway leads into darkness. Pick up the telephone. There's no dial tone. The phone is disconnected. Listen closer. The phone crests closer to his ear. Conway can hear a thin, quiet roar, like the ocean of the highway. The hallway passes several small other doors, quickly disappears in the darkness. Something is glowing in the distance, barely. The door at the end of the hallway is tightly closed, but a warm glow bleeds in from its edges. The handle's loose, and the door swings open easily. The hallway fills with warmth, light, and the smells of smoke and coffee. About a dozen men and women sit around a campfire in the middle of a large room. Cubicle walls have been cut into pieces, some leaning up against the walls and some arranged into stacks of firewood. One of the women waves to Conway and offers him an empty chair. It's missing wheels, but it's comfortable and easily adjustable to his height. Someone takes a pot hung above the fire and pours coffee into the styrofoam cup. Conway accepts it. They all return to watching the fire. Diner. Diner does appear to have a name. Vinyl banner slung above the 24 hours. There's one window. Try the door. Door swings open easily. Bell rings nearby. The interior of the diner is pitch black. Wait a moment. A bit of errant light from a nearby hallway creeps through the open door, and gradually Conway is able to make out a few figures inside. Two old men in a trucker hat sit in a corner booth, with a checkers board set on the table between them. A young woman standing behind the counter in an apron must be a waitress. The cook stares blankly from the kitchen. The door slams shut, and the room is dark again. Sit down at the counter. He hits his knee on something hard and metallic, winces quietly, and carefully finds his way to a stool. Places his hand on the counter. Another hand, a young woman's, rests itself on his. She guides his fingers to a laminated menu. Conway closes his eyes, opens them, maybe closes them again. Possible to differentiate. Order coffee. A cup of coffee would do it. Black. Oily even. Hot. Familiar diner coffee. Conway runs his hand down the menu. The surface is uniformly flat and slick with condensation. He feels a warm hand against his cheek and freezes. Her fingers run across the stubble of his chin. He feels like apologizing. She leans forward, and so does he. Alright, let's go to the 0. Let's talk to Blue. How's it going, Blue? Huh. Never make it stop, Akira. Hey, you got something on your hat. You digging in the last set's flowers again? It's $200 for 2 weeks. Yeah, it kind of is an emergency. But can I trust him not to just change the locks? Yes, and I appreciate that, but... Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. She hangs up the phone, puts it away. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on, and I'm looking for the on-ramp, too. Do you believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. What haunts you? Bad decisions, I guess. Wasted youth. Ha. Well, look. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lassett's Antiques. And I'm out trying to finish this job. What kind of stuff are you hauling? Antiques. Good stuff. Lassett has a sharp eye for the little good it's done her lately. You know, it's just one recession after another. Everybody's selling their old stuff cheap, but nobody's really buying. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing the address before, but heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady, named Weaver Marquez. She sent me this way. So here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp. That's what it's been like so far anyway with what? Weaver Marquez. Do you know her? So you saw her tonight. I know Weaver. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Oh, you're the one who fixes televisions. That's right. Did she tell you that too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere. I'd be hearing it echo through the house. For years, she said. I was very upset, crying. Then my dad walked in the door. Just come back from a trip in the junkyard collecting scrap metal, fashioned winch shops. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At the time, I thought she meant it is a riddle or a puzzle. Weaver's not a puzzle. She's a mystery. So what are you doing down here, Shannon? I talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Or anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I'd been looking for. What are you looking for? Not exactly sure. Have a few ideas. I'll know when I see it. Not such a bad thing you're showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Dog should stay up here, though. There's no place for a dog. It's an old mine. Runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're going to go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we're going to have to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. Got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead. Do some analysis and figure out what kind of topology we're up. Sure. Let's look around. That runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? Well, one way to find out. All right, give it a whirl. Is anyone down there? Nothing. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even with this old mine was up and running, it's tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans. And the lights. Yeah, they got paid in those shitty plastic tokens. Coal scrap, you know. If you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air out, well, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. Can we power it up? But we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours. And I'll go unplug those ceiling lamps. Heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on, right? Okay, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just pick some noise into the mouthpiece. Scrapes a corner. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense of how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something. What did you have for breakfast today? I used to work doing roof repair. We even fixed up a church roof once. Seemed like a big project. Doable. But I was too hungover. We ran late. Yeah, Losuns, hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. One more test. You just need to know the air is breathable, or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Breeze remembers the moment he was younger. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape. Keep at it for a minute. Breathe and visualize a cold drink. Calmly breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback of loose rock engulfs him. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. Getting goosebumps. It's so good. Creepy as hell. I kind of like how we're starting to move into this spot where, like, Conway's kind of a drunk. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck. Shit, okay. I'm gonna pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go, okay. Are you hurt? You put any weight in the leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you out into the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Okay, there's some luck, right? Should be able to ride this tram right on out of the auxiliary exits. What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. I could have made this totally fine, but instead, made him injured. I like that. That was creepy. Ah! Oh my god. This is so fucking scary. Ah! I don't know why I'm doing this. Thank God, okay. Yeah, okay, I just still like to look around a bit. I think I saw a tunnel with some broken up tracks behind there. Whatever you need. What's up, Brennan? Paper tag hangs from the birdcage by a string. Canary 25 tokens. Canary sold at the company store? Did they also sell respirators? No bones in the cage. The bird must have been set free. Maybe the cage was cleaned. There are cardinals at the Louisville Zoo and other birds, ostriches, eagles, emus. No canaries. Too common? Too small? Maybe. They have starlings. Starlings are much bigger than the canaries. A pile of tape reels is jammed into the top of the tram. It must have been thrown on in a rush. Reels are unlabeled. Tape is decayed. Lysette and Ira's son, Charlie, talked about a piece of music he liked made with old decaying tapes. What was it called? Something about... Kira says, I worry every time you turn that light off. Yeah, me too. Charlie had the most bizarre taste in music. Weird, noisy computer music. Where do you even hear that stuff? Louisville, probably. Or college. He was a smart kid. Damned pity. The notebook at the top of this dusty stack is labeled in black marker. Label is dusty and smudged, but it looks like it might say horses. Houses, maybe? Or verses, even? Crude and hurried handwriting, too. Lysette had immaculate handwriting, pristine and measured cursive. Never a stray mark. For the last several months, she filled out the receipts for each order, since that young couple complained about the handwriting on the order slip. It's carbon paper, anyway. It's bound to wear away over time. If they're so precise about their records, they should put it on the computer anyway. Oh, the steps. Where's the girl? There she is. Hey, stranger. Did you find what you were looking for? Yeah, maybe. Look, we're not going to talk about that anymore, okay? Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm just on edge. Be okay once I get away from this mine. How's that leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. Well, I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind my hitching a ride, do you? Kinda got a lift out here. I wasn't sure if I'd be heading back. I can drive. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. Guess you should look for another route to Dogwood. Yeah, alright. Well, maybe asking Weaver about the zero was the wrong place to start. Maybe we should just ask her for specific directions. Her answers are complicated enough without a layer of indirection at the question. I saw Weaver at my workshop. It's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Waxen Piano, in the back of the bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head to first, just let me know. Conway stands solemnly in front of Blue. Blue, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. Got some dried banana slices in my bag. Would you like one? Take care of your friend here, and there's more where that came from. How's it going, Blue? Sorry I left you alone so long. Oh, look at this swain. What'd you get up to with him? Did you find any rabbits? It's swain. Ominous. I said it's antiques. Guess this is your truck? This is my truck. Conway heads back into the night. Kira says, I love how you can talk to Blue. Yeah, that is such a fantastic thing. It's like just so cool. Conway and Shannon pull into the bait shop. Parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, Live bait, minnows small and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips, and beer. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into grass and then eventually trees. Bait shop is closed. To the side door to Shannon's workshop. Conway and Shannon walk around to the side of the building and to the workshop. The walls are lined with cheap metal shelves, loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, coffee cans full of electric components. Shannon leads Conway to the back of the room, where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on a rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power strip. They're all plugged into, and the TV sets tremble to life. Ask Shannon about Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black. It seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. Stare at the security monitor. The screen is a cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide. Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. Could be inches away or miles. He's adrift on black water, traveling swiftly towards a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches off the power strip. Weaver's not here. Yeah, it might be. Might be the Blackwater. This game is very Twin Peaksy, and I kind of love it. Oh man, I'm walking with the limp. That's so cool. Sorry, Brendan. I found out really quickly that I couldn't stream Heroes of the Storm and play it at the same time, so I wanted to give people just a little bit of something to watch tonight, so I decided to switch over to Kentucky Route Zero.
Hi, Loki. Hello.
So, but I'm gonna finish this up and then maybe play a few rounds with you. Just finish up Act 1. There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess, or it's art or something. I don't know. What are the names on the headstones? Nawalski, Padilla. I don't know those names. Maybe the people who lived here before? I know when they bought this property, it already had a house and everything, or maybe there was some other symbolic meaning. Oh, and look at the headstone. Marquez. Used to think that was for my parents. No, I don't know. Sounds good, Brendan. So, this is where she was. Yeah, it makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, had this place built. Do you have any debts? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers. For my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem. They sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too. A lot of it. All tuition. She said she was a mathematician or something? Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Were you happy to see her? I don't know. It was so sudden and it wasn't like a reunion. She just appeared. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there? Well, that is a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded. The screen is leaking light a bit. Come on. I bet Lysette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like this fall into disrepair. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. It's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, pull this one out of an old computer monitor. Just Just need to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... Should be seeing something now. Am I seeing anything? A little bit to the left. Damn, okay. Here, I think the contacts are dirty. Now, don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north-south and... Chills. Chills. It's the highway, it's the zero. I feel like on the right. Wow. That was cool as hell. We can restart Act 1. We can make different decisions. Wow. Alright. I'm going to quit that for right now. That was very impressive to me. That was utterly fantastic. Just the chills. Oof. Just brought chills to me. The art style is amazing. I love that you're telling a story. You're making it... It's a choose-your-own adventure. You know, like... You know, we could have said that Conway was fine, but instead we were like, no, Conway, his leg got trapped in the cave-in. And you could have been like, nah, he could still walk, but no, he's limping. You know, and we said, oh, is he in pain or is he just walking slow? It's like, no, he's walking slow. You talked to Blue. You talked to the dog. You could have given the dog no name. Could have given it it could have been a male. Could have been a female. That's so cool. It's so cool. That's a really interesting take on player ownership in a story. You know, we could have made this entire thing about, you know, just like very straightforward. But we kind of took it in the ghostly area. This is interesting. I like it. I really like that a lot. I will probably play Act 2 tomorrow. If I were to guess. That is fantastic. Wow, great. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to log off for the night. I'm going to go try and play a few games of Heroes of the Storm without the stream running. Hopefully that is a little bit easier and a little bit better for me. Yeah, that's all I got. Everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It's kind of an impromptu Kentucky Route Zero stream, something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I had a fucking blast. And I hope you did too. So, yeah. That being said, a reminder, if for any reason you've missed a previous video and you want to go see it up on the site, all of my videos are up on lunaticjedi.com. That's my official website. When you want to know, if you want to know when when I go live or when new videos are up on the site, you can go to facebook.com/lunaticjedi and twitter.com/lunaticjedi. You can use the Ask Me Anything feature over at Tumblr to ask me a question. It's lunaticjedi.tumblr.com. Also, do not forget, we have a podcast. You can go search for it on iTunes, Lunatic Jedi Podcast. You can also go to lunaticjedi.simplecast.fm and see all of the previous episodes that we have. If you would, and if you want to submit a topic for the podcast we talk about anything and everything. If you would like to submit a topic, you can go do that by emailing lunaticjedi@gmail.com. That's all I got. Kira, I will take you up on that offer. I'll message you in just a minute. And with that being said, I'm going to head off. Everybody have a fantastic night. And I will see you all later. Night, everybody. God, I got chills. I'm like, oh, it's so good.